Did I get COVID? I don't really know what I was supposed to do with this. I ran out of toilet paper by day 5. I have definitely gotten cabin fever. Hi guys, my name's Katie and welcome to my channel, Busan Basics, where I tell you what it's like living in Busan, South Korea. So today I'm a little bit more casual with the bun and got the sweats on, and that's because I have been stuck in quarantine for the past 10 days. Yes, I know I have makeup on, but that's just because if I didn't, I would just look too tired and haggard, and nobody needs to see me looking like that. So, why am I in quarantine? Did I get COVID? Yes, but actually not in Korea. So I actually went back to America for my friend's wedding, and before Korea said if you were vaccinated in Korea and you left and came back, you wouldn't have to quarantine. However, because of Omicron, Korea then changed it. So no matter what your vaccination status is, no matter what, if you're a foreigner or Korean, if you leave and come back, you have to do a mandatory 10-day quarantine. So like I said, I went to America and I actually got COVID while I was in America. I didn't even know I had COVID because I actually had a cold. And I know it was a cold because when I went to America, my PCR test was negative. And then at some point I got COVID and the symptoms were exactly the same. The only reason I knew I had COVID is because I got a PCR test to come back. And the day before my flight, it said I was positive. Yeah. I had to stay in America for another week, take the PCR test again. Luckily, I was negative the second time. So when coming back to Korea, I needed a negative PCR test. It couldn't be an antigen test, and I needed to get a re-entry permit so that I could just do online, super quick and easy, but I did have to pay for it. So everything's negative. I get on the plane, go to Korea. I show them the vaccination card. I show them the negative PCR test. I show them that I have an apartment here, and they pretty much were like, yeah, quarantine in your apartment, that's fine. I was a little nervous at first because I actually flew into Seoul and I live in Busan, and I was afraid that they wouldn't let me take public transportation, but because I was negative, they said it was fine. I heard they were changing that on the 20th. I flew in on the 15th. Today is the 26th. So I don't know if they changed it, but I heard starting the 20th, they were gonna have special transportation for people arriving in Korea, but don't quote me on that. So anyway, I go through security and everything is great. And then I go to baggage claim and my bags aren't there. So I go to the guy and I was like, hey, where are my bags? I show him a little ticket. He looks it up and they're still in Dallas. So I posted on my story something along the lines of when you get through security, but your bags are still in Dallas. And 4 different people messaged me saying that when they flew through Dallas, they also got their bags lost. And one of those people said she flew through Dallas more than once and every single time got her bags lost. And I was freaking out. I was like, Dallas, what the hell are you doing? So anyway, I get on public transportation, I go home. I don't actually get to my apartment until 11 o'clock at night. So that first day, that obviously doesn't count as my quarantine because I was traveling. So wake up the next day, we'll say day 1 of quarantine. I get a text message from my quarantine handler telling me to download this app, and it's a self-quarantine check-in. I had to check into this app twice a day. I had to take my temperature and I had to log if I had any symptoms. If I didn't check in by a certain time, they would send me a notification and reminding me hey, you gotta check in. Also on day 1, my handler, whatever you wanna call her, she came to my apartment, knocked on my door and gave me this little goodie bag. So it has the do's and don'ts of quarantine. I got 4 different masks, which was pretty cool. I got a hazard bag. I got a hazard bag, which I don't really know what I was supposed to do with this. I guess maybe if I got COVID or tested positive, I was supposed to put something in here. I don't know. Obviously I haven't used it. Disinfectant, which is useful. Little alcohol wipes, and then a thermometer because I had to take my temperature twice a day, every day. On the first day of quarantine, I also was allowed out of my apartment because I had to go and get a PCR test. So I had to get a PCR test before getting on the plane, my first day of quarantine, and then also my ninth day of quarantine. So yesterday, the day before I was allowed out. I was told if I tested positive on my first PCR, they actually would have moved me to like a facility. I wouldn't be allowed to quarantine at my own place. Obviously I tested negative, so everything was fine. Originally I was gonna do like a day by day, what I do in a day in quarantine video, but I am a lazy piece of shit and that video would be super boring. So not gonna lie, day 1 to 4, I did absolutely nothing. I was jet lagged, I was tired, and like a body at rest stays at rest. So I pretty much just stayed in bed. I watched Netflix, I watched Hulu, I watched Disney Plus. I only got out of bed to use the bathroom or eat. And that pretty much was it. I'm not one of those people that could just like motivate myself and be like, let me study or work out at home or do this. And I like wish I was, but I'm not. I'm just a lazy piece of shit. So there's really nothing to like report there. At one point, my app, so the self-quarantine app, it also tracks your location. And at one point, it sent me a notification and was like, it looks like you're outside your apartment. And I was like, that's a lie, because I haven't gotten out of this bed in the past 24 hours. So I was a little nervous that they were gonna like come and knock on my door or something, but nothing happened. I guess they realized like it was a glitch. By day 5, that kind of was like my turnaround, probably because I ran out of toilet paper by day 5. And I kind of like freaked out a little bit because I was like, I can't leave. What do I do? I like posted on my story. I was like, someone please send me toilet paper. And thankfully someone did. But I guess like because I was really anxious, got the adrenaline going. So I actually like got my ass out of bed. I did a deep clean of my apartment. I did some laundry. But even then after that, I was like, all right, now what? So I kind of like got back into bed and didn't do much. Also on day 5, they gave me like a care package full of food. I think it's kind of weird that they gave it to me on day 5, because what if I didn't have groceries? Like, was I just supposed to starve? Like, I have a Coupang account. If you don't know what Coupang is, it's like Korean Amazon, but they have a Coupang fresh selection, and you can get groceries delivered to your door next day. So I did that, but I'll just show you some of the stuff they sent. So they sent Spam. Tuna. I got some seaweed, which this is actually really good, dried seaweed. They gave me, some instant soup, some instant ramen, curry. There's actually like a lot in here. And rice, of course, rice. So a lot of like instant stuff. So it's very convenient if I didn't have food in the apartment. I did. I will definitely eat this stuff eventually. Like, it's pretty good stuff, minus the Spam. I'm not really a Spam gal. So then after day 5, I kind of just like went back to my lazy ways and just crawled myself back into bed and went on to watching Netflix, Hulu, Disney Plus over and over again. Day 9, which was yesterday, I had to leave my apartment again to go get a PCR test. Because I did that, I kind of was like up and at 'em, and I was like, all right, let me do stuff. It's my last day. So I paid my bills. I did some stuff online. I recorded some videos. I did some more laundry, and that was kind of it. I mean, even the days that I did stuff, like it doesn't take that long. And like I said, like, I'm just really lazy. So I slept so much during this quarantine. I'm not exaggerating. I got a minimum of 8 hours, all the way up to like 12 hours of sleeping. And most of it like wasn't back to back. It would kind of be like, I took a 4-hour nap and then woke up and it was like 9 p.m. And then I was like, all right, let me stay up for an hour. Oh no, it's 10 p.m. Let me go back to sleep. So then I would sleep for another like 8 hours. So yeah, like this was my quarantine experience. I am allowed out today. Thank the Lord. I've been going bonkers. Like I know if I really wanted to, I could have like studied Korean, or I could have done at-home workouts, or I could have read a book, but I just didn't. I didn't, and that's on me, and whatever. I've pretty much watched every Marvel film / TV show available. I have seen most shows on Netflix now. I have seen most Disney movies. It's kind of bad. I need to lay off the computer for a little bit. But I got my results back from my PCR about 20 minutes ago. I tested negative, surprise, surprise, which means at 12 o'clock, it is 10 o'clock now, so in 2 hours, I will be able to leave the apartment and be a free woman, and I can't wait to do that. The first thing I'm gonna do is walk to the beach. I'm pretty sure I mentioned in my apartment video that I live about 20 minutes walking distance from the beach, so that's the first thing I'm gonna do, and I'm just gonna soak it in. I'm not gonna come back to this apartment until late at night because I have definitely gotten cabin fever. But I am very happy that I did test negative because I did not want to go to a facility. If you go to a facility, they pick you up in a special ambulance and they take you to this place and you have a roommate and you're just kind of stuck in that room. So I am thankful I didn't have to do that, but I can't wait to get the fuck out of here. That's all I have for today. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos, let me know in the comments because I want to make videos that you want to watch. I'll see you next time. Bye.